Listening Comprehension Part 2. You are going to hear a text. First you will have 1 minute to read the introduction and the items. Then you will hear the text. You will hear it only once. Then you will have time to answer the questions. Decide if the statement for each of the items is true plus or not true minus, and mark your answers on the answer sheet. Now you will have 1 minute to read the items.
End of a career. Pete Sampras wore a black sports jacket and a grey dress shirt to his retirement news conference. Only a dark tie, and it would have made him look as if he were at a funeral. In a couple of hours there is to be a ceremony on opening night at the stadium. But this was not the death of a great career, only a happy moment Pete so richly deserved. He is the youngest winner of the US Open men's title in history, winning this championship at the age of 19. He finished number 1 in the year-end rankings for 6 consecutive years between 1993 and 1998, more than any other player in history. He has collected 63 career titles, the highest among players currently on the circuit, and 4th on the all-time list, and won an astonishing £29 million in career prize money. The perfect time for the perfect player. "I know in my heart it's time," Sampras said. "I had nothing left to prove to myself. My heart wasn't where it needed to be. I'm at peace with it. Last night felt so right. No player had ever won a Grand Slam championship and then let it serve as his last match. Sampras admits he never was the favourite of the Open crowd until his last few years, when I started losing." Sampras had lost to an unknown Frenchman in the first round. It was now 32 tournaments without a title and counting. As he left the court head down, feeling miserable 1 week before the championship, he was given a polite greeting by the crowd. The fans were disappointed. They had come to see a legend and saw instead somebody who couldn't win in a match against a nobody. It's all in the history books now, his stunning match to his 5th Open title and his records. "I've always had challenges ahead of me," Sampras said. "My biggest challenge was last year when I didn't win an event for a year and a half. When I won the championship, I really climbed a tall mountain." Sampras has an inherited disease that limits physical and athletic endurance and causes anemia. But he was generally able to control his condition, although he is not known for his endurance in extremely long matches. Sampras won 14 Slam titles, but never a Grand Slam or a French Open. No matter. "I will never sit here and say I'm the greatest ever," Sampras said. "I won a number of majors. That's my answer to everything. I feel my game will match up against anybody. At times I felt I was playing pretty close to perfect tennis. I don't want to be remembered as a comedian or an entertainer, but as the man who won the most Grand Slams in tennis."